Hello again, okay, here in this video. You're probably wondering why I gave it the name. I gave it the name, that's right. The reason I gave the video the name I gave it is because it deserves to have such a name. I mean, guy walks in, die out, loaded to kill, takes aim at Al-Qaeda members. Yeah, took aim at Al-Qaeda members. What do you mean they were National Guard? They were military. No, they were Al-Qaeda members. How can I say that? I'm slamming my own country, my own troops. Oh, how dare me! Yeah, I am, ain't I? But I'm doing it for good reason. Because for 10 years now, damn near, ever since they invented the boogeyman, that's right, ever since they dug in the scripted act of the boogeyman and made up a fictitious name that came from the CIA, went over and did some filming, that's right, did some Hollywood filming, got some people to put on an act, and then the government attacked us and killed us. That's right, our very own government did. And then they introduced you to the person they were blaming it on, which was not themselves, even though it was them that done it. Because they had to point their fingers at somebody else, so they gave you the boogeyman, Al-Qaeda. A fake name, something that don't even exist. Never has existed. But since we're continuing to fight a phony war on terrorism, for America it's phony. That's right. Because for America, we are the terrorists. And the only people fighting a real war on terrorism is Iraq, all the countries we've invaded. They got terrorists in their country right now. And the terrorist name is Al-Qaeda, American soldiers. That's right. That's who Al-Qaeda is. Al-Qaeda is CIA. Al-Qaeda is United States government. And United States government and Al-Qaeda recruit people all the time. That's right. United States government, military. That's Al-Qaeda. And so them people sitting in the IHOP in uniform, they were Al-Qaeda members dressed up in Al-Qaeda member uniform. That's right. Didn't know Al-Qaeda wore uniforms? Yeah. Like I told you before in the video I did before, that Al-Qaeda has many branches. That's right. We have the Green Beret. We have Navy SEAL. That's right. We have many branches of Al-Qaeda. And I know I'm being a smart ass when the guy walks into IHOP and opens fire and kills people. An innocent bystander got in the way. And you're going to say, but the military men were innocent too. Well, yeah, no. See, there's a point of when innocent becomes bliss. Dumbed down so bad that you're really not innocent no more. And the reason I say that is because for years now, people have been trying to show people and point out truth. But nobody wants truth. They hate truth, don't they? So they turn their back to it because they don't want truth. They want lied to. So for years now, you've gotten your want. You've been lied to. Because you didn't want the fucking truth. And now you're going to whine and cry when shit like this happens. Let's take a look at the other reality. The other reality is we live in a world where it's fun winding up somebody else, isn't it? It's all a game. It's a competition. It's a sport. It's a challenge. It's an arena. That's right. To one-up somebody else. To do on to somebody that you don't want done on to yourself. Isn't that right? And then you'll say, well, he was crazy. Yeah, he wasn't born that way. You ignorant sheep made him that way. You crate the people who kill you. I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it again. You crate the people who kill you. But you're too stupid to see it. Been saying it for a long time. You just don't get it through your heads, do you? You just don't get it, do you? You think you can treat somebody any old way you want to. Any old way. You don't care. Because it's all about yourself. That's right, it's all about yourself. For years, we sat there and we pointed out, and other people come along and showed you, and tried to show you over and over and over that your government attacked you on 9/11. Your own government. Mr. Bush. Why do you think he was in an elementary school? That was his cover to make him look good. Why do you think he never went back to an elementary school the rest of that term or his second term? Because he only needed to be there on 9/11 because that was his cover to make him look good. The evidence has been in your face for years. But you turn your freaking backs. You believe whatever's told to you. And all they did was grab a database name from the CIA that nobody would know about. Because unless you were in the CIA and been there for many years, you wouldn't know about that name. That's all they did. And they took personal friends of the Bill Clinton family and the Bush family. Yeah, they were personal friends with the bin Ladens. And they turned around and put some people together and put guns in their hands and filmed them Hollywood grade style. That's right. They orchestrated and planned it long before they did it. Had the films already made long before 9/11. So all they had to do is, once they did 9/11, is bring out the films that they already made Hollywood style and introduce you to your boogeyman, Al-Qaeda. And because people have tried to tell people for so long and show you the truth, but you didn't want the truth. You didn't want the truth. That's right. And that's why our military is now Al-Qaeda. Because how do you get a lie to be believed? You keep saying the exact lie over and over and over and over and over. And even when somebody points out that it's a lie to you, the liar, which is your government and the media, will continue to keep saying the same lie over and over and over. And somebody will keep pointing out the truth that they're lying to you. But you sheep will go, bah! And you'll still believe because the TV and the government would never do this to you. That's right. Never do it to you. So you'll still believe. And that's why when all the evidence is in your face, the truth becomes blitz when you don't want the truth. And so you want Al-Qaeda? You believe in Al-Qaeda? Then I give you Al-Qaeda, the U.S. military. They have many branches. And this guy here, well, he was nuts. He walked into IHOP and took aim at him. Yeah, he did. Because he was probably walked and stepped on and shit on by everybody around him. Because that's how we treat each other. That's how everybody treats each other nowadays. Like complete pieces of dirt. The exact way they don't want to be treated themselves. So between our world of ignorant sheep who love to one-up one another, play the game, that's right, fuck with another human being's emotions, and the lies from the media, and the lies from the government, this man got tired of it. He couldn't take it no more. He didn't care. And why did he go gunning for U.S. military? Because they're Al-Qaeda. Because they're Al-Qaeda. Because now you have Al-Qaeda. See, Al-Qaeda never existed, but you want to turn your head to it. And you want to blame it on innocent people, and you want to give them a name that was made up from Hollywood. So since the name was made up Since it was the CIA, which is part of the United States Secret Intelligence, since it was a database program, and it's our government that done this and gave you a phony name, your boogeyman, and you people don't want to go look for the truth because you want lied to, then I give you Al-Qaeda, the U.S. military. And this guy was fighting the war on terrorism, and he was taking out terrorists. Sad thing is, the civilian got in the way and got killed. But the guys dressed up in the military uniforms, National Guard, they were Al-Qaeda. And this guy went in there shooting for Al-Qaeda. He needed to kill Al-Qaeda. Now, if you don't like my smart-ass fucking comment, you don't like what I'm saying, tough shit. Tough fucking shit. Maybe when you get your heads out of your ass and you realize people have been trying to tell you this for years. They've been trying to show you the truth, but you didn't want the truth. So quit crying about what's happening. The reason the reason that shooting happened in the IHOP is because we create our own killers. We make them. Through the way we treat one another. Through the way we dump on one another. And through our phony war on terrorism. That's why our phony wars, we are the terrorists here in America. And our military is Al-Qaeda. Since you don't want to believe it's a lie when it is, then let's let it be truth. The military is Al-Qaeda. Because there is no Al-Qaeda in Northern Land because it came from America. Tough shit if you don't like what I said. If you comment some opinions in this video, you have a good one.
This is the scene of the crime, an ordinary chain diner at a strip mall. But during the peak breakfast hours yesterday morning, 32-year-old Eduardo Cencione rocked up here with an AK-47 assault rifle and, for reasons unknown, went on a rampage. Almost at the stroke of 9, Cencione pulled up in a blue minivan with a yellow "Support Our Troops" bumper sticker, and he opened fire. He shot a woman standing near a motorcycle in the parking lot, then strode through the doors of the IHOP.
We had just given the waitress our order, and then I hear the pop, 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 pop.
Howard McDonald's whole family was there having breakfast.
I grab each of my kids on each side of me and throw them under the table, and I start seeing the glass shatter behind everybody's heads.
Cencione appeared to be aiming at 5 uniformed members of Nevada's Air National Guard seated at the back of the restaurant for a breakfast meeting. He struck all 5, killing 3 of them, 2 men and a woman. He also killed a civilian woman seated in the line of fire. Witnesses say he reloaded at least once.
The Nevada Guard is deeply saddened at the loss and injury sustained by our soldiers and their families this morning.
The shooting, apparently focused on the military, so close to the 10th anniversary of 9/11, raised immediate concerns about terrorism, but not for long.
At this time, we see no nexus to terrorism in this event.
Although Carson City is Cencione's hometown, members of his family tell ABC News he did not have any affiliation with anyone inside the restaurant or the U.S. military. He declared bankruptcy just 2 years ago and apparently had a history of mental health problems.
I just feel really bad for the whole family,
Cencione shot himself in the head here in the parking lot barely 5 minutes after this shooting spree began. 11 victims in all, 4 of them are dead, plus the shooter. A bloody morning here in Carson City, and authorities still don't know the motive.